Hi, I'm Erin Milner, and I'm from Global View Investment Advisors. I'm here today with Annah Toates from the Toates Law Firm. Thanks for joining us, Anna.
Of course, glad to be here.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about how to prepare for your next home closing. So, Anna, what's kind of the first step somebody needs to do when they really want to buy their next home or first home?
Right. I'd say first, congratulations. It is an amazing place to be in when you feel like you're ready to purchase your first home. There's a lot going on, a lot of excitement, maybe a little bit of fear just because you've heard, oh, this tax is big. But it's really not that bad. So congratulations, take a deep breath, call your financial advisor, see what your cash position looks like, and then call your lender so that you know how much you qualify for when you go to borrow for that loan. Calling those two people kind of sets you up in a position where you know when you're out there looking what you actually qualify for, what interest rates fit your family, and they can kind of give you a whole picture of what you can actually get. I would also say to call a realtor. Local real estate agents have a really good pulse on what the market is capable of doing and where it's at, and they can help you through negotiations in the process, and then ultimately save you some money because they've given you the best bang for your buck. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're doing that, should you contact the advisor and bank where at in that process after you've kind of got approved for a loan, once you have a home and you're getting ready to come to that closing table?
So we're under contract. The lender's working on everything, and it's almost closing day, right? Yeah. So you need $50,000 for closing, and obviously you're not carrying that around in your pocket. So,
I hope not.
Right, yeah, don't do that if you're doing that. I would say if you are using an investment account and it's somewhere that it needs to be pulled from a third party, I would go ahead and get with them the week before closing. That way you can kind of line up, hey, I'm going to need a wire, and then they can work through the details of how much time they actually need. Everybody's a little bit different. There are wire cutoff times. There's lots of things to consider. But that way they can work on it on the front end. It's often not until the day before or the day of closing that we know the true number, that we get everything finalized. It's called the final CD or closing disclosure with the lender. And so if you're waiting around for that very final number, you may get in a position where you can't get your wire over in time. So I would say get a rough estimate and always send a little bit more than you think you'll need, and then bring your checkbook to closing. If it's a few dollars more that we need, then you can write a personal check for that. And if you send us too much, then we can always reimburse you at the table. Yeah. Also bring your driver's license, and then just be ready for a great fun closing because they're actually pretty enjoyable.
It definitely can be. I've sat through a closing with you twice now actually, and it was so seamless, and the lender and Anna alongside the realtor kind of kept me out of the picture. I didn't have to do too much. I just listened to them and said, okay, I'm here.
You're paid for it, so that's a big part of it. And then you're busy moving and getting all the other stuff, your power changed over, all of that. So having a really good team of professionals that do this every day and realize that it is a big investment and this is a big deal. I think that that's a huge piece that we can't just take for granted, the fact that we're doing a pretty sizable transaction. So it needs to be done right.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you're thinking about that and you're coming to the table with everything prepared, what other services can someone get from y'all that may be outside that closing table?
Yeah. So usually we finish up the closing and then you're like, oh, I need a will because now I have this big asset. It's a triggering event to update your estate planning documents whenever you purchase a home. So we do offer estate planning documents, a will and testament, which is your last will and testament, a durable power of attorney, and a healthcare power of attorney. That kind of is our office suite of documents that we do for estate planning. If you need anything more complicated, we can certainly connect you to people that work on trusts and complicated estates. We also do refinances and equity lines of credit. So if folks are working on a renovation or redoing the backyard or just want to pull money out for a refinance or do something small like that, we can take care of those as well. And they're actually pretty easy to do.
Can people do those without y'all? Or
no, in South Carolina, in order to do a real estate transaction or a loan like that, you have to have an attorney. So somewhere back in the day, an attorney wrote that rule, and I doubt it'll get changed. But I love what I do, so don't go change it now.
Well, that's good because that's very helpful so that you don't have to walk through the process when you are refinancing or taking a HELOC by yourself.
Right.
Because that could be much more difficult.
Right. So. Yeah, the government, anytime you take out a mortgage, they want you to know exactly what you're getting. And so it is truly best to have an attorney involved, which you have to. But we're going to explain to you exactly what you're borrowing, how that works, and all of the things that you are obligated to do during the term.
Awesome. What are other ways that you can work alongside someone in the financial industry.
Yeah, I think having a really great financial planning company is important because they are going to be with you in the moment that you're buying the house, but they're also going to be with you for the long haul. And so it's not just a snapshot like I may get with a client, but it's everything. And so having a great relationship with an attorney and a firm like you guys is important because you guys are going to be there at that first purchase, but you're also going to manage their portfolio for a much longer time. And that's just really critical to have somebody who's looking out for you at that level.
Absolutely. So Anna, I noticed y'all's tagline was notably different. What does that mean?
Well, that's a great question. Notably different is how we try to practice what we do. And so it just means that when it comes to the practice of law, specifically real estate and transactional work, we want to be different than everybody else. We think that communication should be expected. And that excellent service every step of the way are baseline. Those are things you should get every time. So we want to be personally invested in the success of our clients and of our closings, and we truly care about everybody that walks in this door. We also really feel compelled to be part of the community, and that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. For us, it means being a financial partner with several organizations and then getting out there and doing the work. Meals on Wheels is one. Homes of Hope is one that's really close to my heart. In fact, we do make a financial donation to Homes of Hope for every purchase that I close, because we not only want to say that we want to be a good steward of our position, but we want to be a financial investor in what they're doing. We want to be a partner with them. And so
that's wonderful.
Yeah, notably different. That's who we are. And hopefully that if you don't know who we are, you can come find out soon.
Absolutely. And where's y'all's office located at?
We are right at the corner of Spring Street and Coffee. And so if you know the HTI building and you walk in their main doors, we're right inside to the right. We have a little suite, and we also have visitor parking, which is really important for downtown.
Yes.
The parking is everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.